and good morning. Another wonderful morning before the sun comes out blazing hot, around 90 something degrees here in zone 6. And so my garden is feeling the effects of the temperature, but I got to do some pruning today. And also one other major thing is harvesting this Burgess squash. This Burgess squash is also called a buttercup squash, and it has a very sweet flavor. It tastes very similar to how a butternut squash would taste, very similar, but even, I feel like it's even richer and even sweeter. It reminds me of sweet potatoes, it reminds me of Thanksgiving sweet potatoes. And so what I need to do is just check on it, see if it's time to harvest. I have about 6 of them, I believe 6 of them. I'm looking around, there's 3 right here, but I think I have like 6 of them that I need to go ahead and harvest. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to check on it to see if it is ready to harvest and what parts you're going to cut. What you want to do is check to see if your fingernail will push through. And as I've even tried over here, my fingernail's not pushing through, so I know that this outer layer skin is very tough. When the squash is actually growing, it's a lighter green, and then it starts to darken. It gets very dark, and these parts here, it almost looks like vein-like. Well, it looks almost like shades of grayish, dark green, light green. Okay, but I'm going to show you on another fruit that I have that's not completely ready, but I'm going to show you the difference. And if you also look here where the stem was, as you can see, it's woody looking. Okay, so if your stem part here is looking fairly green, see how this is looking green? If it's looking green, because this is what it looks like before it turns to this, then it's not ready, but this is ready. So this one over here is not ready to be harvested. As you can see, look at the stem. It is not woody looking. It's really more green looking. And even when you look at the bottom, you can see how it is more very widely open there at the circular part at the bottom that it's talking about. It's not very woody underneath there either. And just look at the outer parts of it. See how it has not darkened up to be like a grayish, dark green color. It's still pretty whitish, creamy looking around that. This is not ready to be harvested yet. And what I want to do is I'm going to cut it at about here. I don't want to cut it too low. I want to cut it at about here. It'll be easier for me to grab, but also it's just helpful even for storage purposes. You don't want to cut down too far here because it really needs a longer length of this stem part, this woody stem part, to help with it being able to store longer. I can't exactly remember what this part is called, so I'm calling it, the main stem part. And so look how well it was supported during the storms. It's been growing. We've had storms, rains, and winds, and look, it's still holding up in this mask. So this has been a really great support for it. I don't know if these scissors are going to be good enough for it. Yeah. It cuts through really well. It's just that I just wish it would just make one good cut. There we go. There we go. This is it. I've got 5 squash that I have harvested, and I'm excited because I get to go ahead and cure them. I'm going to cure them for about 2 weeks, just put them out on my table and making sure that there's a lot of circulation around it, and then it should be ready to be able to be stored in a cool, dark place. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you learned, at least know how to harvest your winter squash plants. All right, I gotta go see what my dog's doing. Take care and see you next time. Bye.